Okay, so what we're doing is this is part of the grill guard for the Jeep build. The first part was about the factory brackets that I bought. And then what I'm doing here is these brackets here, I've made out of some 4-inch angle iron, and then I cut them down to the appropriate size and, coped them and everything to get them to fit. And eventually they will get welded onto here, and then this will be how it bolts onto the frame. And they're pretty good. It should work out all right there. These are two upright, so it's gonna go up, it's gonna go that way, then go up again vertically. It worked out pretty well. I will say, when I cut these, when I use my angle grinder, I cut square into it like so on this side, and then I made my cut like this, and I did that twice. I was using this as a guide. This is a little thing I made, just a little guide to kind of help mark everything off. And for some reason it comes together like this, so I had to mimic that on two of them, which worked pretty well. Unfortunately, on the other one, when I cut it, instead of going in square, I went in at an angle, like so, on both sides, and made I used this guy here, this guy, and this thing can be folded into a angle, any angle that you want. Let's just assume for a second it was this angle, and I used it. I found my angle on this, and then I transferred it over to here, and then I marked it off. And I cut it. For some reason, it ended up being too big on both of them, right? So I got a huge gap here. I'm gonna have to weld in. I'm gonna have to put some scrap in here and weld that in. I don't know why it was too big. Over here, the bend radius was about the same. I'm thinking maybe I just didn't take into account how much had to be bent. And unfortunately, I kind of started my bend on this one a little later than this one, so I didn't make my cut at the same point. So there's a little discrepancy with the uprights, but I was able to kind of work that out with the bend. It should hopefully be okay there. But I don't know why this happened. I'm thinking it has to do with this, when I bend at this radius right here, but in theory, you should be able to close that all the way down and nice and tight, and it should form a perfect closed upright instead of having this gap here. So I don't know what happened. Maybe somebody will know and can kind of guide me on that, but this one closed up pretty nicely. So I'm gonna get these welded out and go from there.